The Student Filmmakers Association is a semi-respected organization on TCU's campus that has been making short films for many years. Today, we'll learn about the unknown origins of our prestigious club and uncover the many secrets to the history of SFA.
All right. Is the camera on?
You rolling? Let's get this thing started. See the microphone?
Yes. Are you ready?
Yeah, I think we're good to go. Yeah.
We decided to make this series because Victor and I realized that a lot of the SFA history is orally passed down or is just altogether lost.
We realized that our generation is going to be graduating very soon here, and we felt it was ultimately our responsibility to create this 10-part docuseries in order to just set the record of SFA history for future generations to look back on. The timeline of SFA as historians see it is split into 3 periods: before the Dark Ages of SFA, the Dark Ages of SFA, and after the Dark Ages of SFA. But for clarity, it is abbreviated to BTDAOSFA, TDAOSFA, and ATDAOSFA. SFA as a TCU organization was founded in 2006, or 14 BTDAOSFA. Not much is known before this time period, except for the constant that there has always existed, Alan.
So the hard part about the oral nature of SFA history is that it's previously been passed down from generation to generation. And whenever we got to the Dark Ages, we had this problem of all this previous knowledge just being lost and disrupted.
The only remnants of the BTDAOSFA period is found by going to the SFA YouTube channel and clicking on oldest release first. When historians found very little results, they went to the SFA Instagram, going to the oldest posts as well, only to find mysterious faces and unknown film sets.
We'll never know what their stories were.
Some of the stuff looks like it could be from 100 years ago.
Or like 10 years ago. It does say that it's from
You think
2010.
they were even using digital cameras back then?
Well.
Then came the pandemic of 2020, which halted all film production and ushered in a period of stagnation and the loss of history.
You know, it was a really dark time for us. We only had maximum 4 people at meetings. It used to just be me and Victor and 2 other people on the Zoom meetings.
But then, through the darkness, came hope in the form of 2 people rising to presidency, Sergio and Preston.
Yeah, so I was just a freshman during that time. I didn't have many friends. I didn't know where to go. And then one night I had this dream, and this person came to me in a vision and told me to meet him in the back of a Denny's. And so I was confused, but I did it anyways. And what I now know is Preston appeared and held out his hand and said, "Do you like film?" And the rest is history for me.
No, yeah, I remember meeting Preston for the first time. I was on my way to Bloom one night. I was having a really bad day, and I hated film majors at the time. But then there was suddenly this blinding light that just descended from the sky, and this weird person wearing a toga and stiletto heels just walks in front of me. And the person said, "Hi, my name is Preston, and I love film." And it was in that moment I realized I need to change my major.
Oh yeah, no, I met him through Zoom and he tutored me in math.
Preston and Sergio guided the club through the difficult times of this period and brought it out of the darkness into the new age that was after the Dark Ages of SFA, or what we now refer to it as ATDAOSFA for short. No, yeah, I remember it was a fantastic period at that time. We were finally making movies again. I was having a lot of fun.
It was just a great time. It was the first time we really got to see what SFA could be.
Then, as the club's vigor had been restored, Preston and Sergio felt that they had reached all that they felt needed to complete, and that it was time to pass the torch. But who would become the next presidents? The answer came in the form of two young sophomores, Gabe Macias and Victor Torres. Okay, as the historians on this docuseries, we will be completely transparent that we are aware of the many allegations we are facing about the Vics potentially stealing the election.
Yes, and as we do acknowledge that there was the first Vic off at that time, we just want to state that happened to determine which Vic would run for president. But we can assure you that there was no collusion in the actual election.
Yeah, elections like for SFA, they're really complicated. So I don't think we need to go into like all the minutiae and the details about it. I think you can just move on from it.
March 2022 solidified the return of SFA with the first premiere since before the Dark Ages.
I mean, it was great, but shortly after came the time where the elders had to move on.
In May of 2 ATD-AOSFA came the disappearance of the Circle of Elders and the ascension of Preston.
I remember Preston, God bless his soul, he one day walked out of the film building, and I remember just the angels swarming him and the clouds lifting him into the heavens, and he just turned into gold. He was the best of us.
Then came August of 2 ATD-AOSFA. With new exec in charge and many new faces in the club, Victor, Gabe, and Roach were discussing a way to revamp meetings. This was the birth of SFA Show, as it was called at the time, and what we now know as the SFA Show.
It was a new team, so we just thought, why not revamp stuff and try something new? And so what better than to make something about ourselves?
And the rest is history. In this time, the club has prospered with many new members and many new projects along the way, and we have truly come a long way since the birth of our club back in 2006, or as we like to call it, 14BTDAOSFA. What does the future of SFA hold now? Only the next generation can tell. Thanks for watching our very first episode of our brand new TCU SFA docuseries.
Yeah, if you want to see more episodes after this, we have 10 new episodes on our new streaming service, SFA History. You can subscribe for only $14 a month. See you next time.